back. It's your girl Briera, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I would like to first and foremost thank our Heavenly Parents, Mother, Father, Source of Creation, for giving me this opportunity to be here with you today. I would like to do a quick angel guide oracle reading for the Sagittarius. This will be an angel guide oracle reading that helps to focus on your strength, heart, and guidance at this time. I would like to call on the Holy Spirit and my spirit team to please come to my side to help me deliver divine messages that is of the highest white light. Remember, these messages are general, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, so let's just jump right into your angel guide oracle reading, Sagittarius, and let's see what your strength is at this time and what's in your favor in the current situation. Okay, I feel like Sagittarius, it's all about setting new intentions. Okay, manifesting from a true beginning again type of energy. Okay, so let's see what your strength is at this time. What's in your favor in present situation. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Team. Okay, we have Chamber of the Violet Flame, okay? Chamber of the Violet Flame. I feel like don't feel insecure about anything, especially when it comes to unleashing your gift, your manifestation, your craft, whatever you have going on. Don't be in any energy of insecurity, and understand your worth truly for what it is. I feel like it's all about having the balance between understanding what's needed and what's not when whatever you are doing and however you are doing it. I feel like we look at our spiritual gifts, right? And yeah, I would say our spiritual gifts, right? Because even when you go to church, as being in a religion, and somehow be overtaken by the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit, and it has you react in certain ways, you have to see that having that balance. And our spiritual gifts could be a little bit like standoffish towards, but not being in this energy of stand still is important. And when making sure that it might seem like a completely different person or a completely different situation, but really it's just you being taken over by whatever the intensity of what needs to be released from your energy, or what you are embracing as transforming your whole development. Does that make sense? I hope so. But it's all about setting new intentions, though, is really what I gather with this karmic release, and actually becoming more aware of the healing information that is being delivered, and not looking at it in a way of what was in the past or what is still continuing to be, because the connection through others and the sounds and the motions of the frequency that some share is really what helps to understand the earth intelligence for truly what it is. I feel like, yeah, we always look for what we're going to inherit. We always look for what is it? What is it? Why is it? And it's like, it's not really, you have to see beyond. And even when you can see beyond as being a seer, it's really about the actions you take in the current in the current moment, okay? And yeah, and that's why it's like, and it could be beautiful, and it can be beautiful, but it could be very toxic, it could be very dark, and it could be very, you know very, yeah, invasive and intrusive and sad. So you have to see that for what it is, but making sure your emotions are under control and intact, or even not intact, because that comes with seasons, right? That really comes with seasons, with emotions, with not being able to truly like move yourself out of a certain energy. Like it's like, I won't say intact, but just being mature, being in the the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of, you know or the King of Cups, right? Just having that maturity to yourself. And I say it like that because I like to use that the tarot is nice, right? But the tarot can get really, really like lost in why we are supposed to be even using it if we are not using it as a game, right? Because using it as a game, it is what it is. But I think it still has potential and benefit. So I be trying to see that, that is us. How about we can say that is us? But then, like I said, we try to put ourselves in these games that it's like, bro, I don't want to be a part of nobody's game. I don't want to be a part of your game. I want to just live, because the whole point is to be human. So if the whole point is to be human, why do we keep inserting ourselves into games that we know is a game? But yeah. And then, so what does that mean about the baby? What does it mean? Because that's the only reason why I would even be able to comprehend anything that's going on over there. I'm sorry. Exactly. What did you do? No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. So, Sagittarius, you just have to really see beyond, right? And understand the radical transformations for what they truly are, okay? Understand the karmic release for what it is. It's not necessarily people, it's just, situations and things that is outdated, and things that really needs to move beyond the current stage of where it is, right? But setting new intentions, moving beyond what was, so it's for sure. What's the blessing that you carry in your heart? So we write upgrade and crown chakra upgrade. And I feel like, yeah, you have to look at the bigger picture of situations and individuals and things that, is of benefit in some type of way, because you never really know what the animal is, right? And that was why it was so important that it kept coming in like that, right? Because I'm like, listen, I'm not really judging anything and anyone, because we really don't know what people's pertays are, right? We don't really know what the animals like, and we don't even know what they like to eat or nothing. When we don't really know. We just going based off of, they're in the ocean, and this is what they respond to, and this is what they don't, and through this and this and this. So, but we don't really know. Just like you wouldn't really know unless you are actually up on someone to know what they love and desire as being whatever. So you have to be just really mindful when it comes to not being so critical with your judgment, but understanding the dark spots for what they truly are. And I'm seeing it again. And I feel like it's such pain and suffering, but I feel like you shouldn't allow, or don't let your past hold you back in any way, shape, or form. You have to continue to move forward so that, people can catch up, but at the same time, if you have the ability and you have the awareness to change things right now where you are on your journey without it disturbing everything, then yeah, then you have to make the decision for yourself to bring peace and bring awareness to things. But if you can't and you don't, then don't do it, okay? So just be aware of that. But I feel like don't judge what you don't know. Don't judge people, don't judge situations. That the intentions was what they were, and now we're moving on, right? Setting new intentions, seeing that you are good enough, and understanding your worth has really been able to free and express who you truly are. And yeah. Yeah, you gotta be really graceful though. What's the guidance for Sagittarius? We have Gaia Gateway activation, and we have Akashic Stargate, and that was in the reverse. But yeah, I feel like you really have to pay attention to that there's no wrong path, okay? And wait for important informations before, you have a reason to be suspicious. It's important information and movement that is always happening. And when you trust what your soul truly desires, you know that you don't have to rush. You don't have to seek this this over anxious type of energy at all, like in no way shape or form. It's just, it is what it is. I feel like continue to feel your presence and understand your presence for truly what it is, right? And you'll see that everything is aligned as it's supposed to be. You have this earth intelligence, and there's a lot of learning experiences that has been, the highlight of really transmuting negative energies and allowing for the wisdom to be like unlocked and nourished throughout your whole, being. Yeah. Sagittarius. It's not even, I feel like, yeah, it's setting new intentions though. Like, and not being judgmental about anything or anyone. Like, it really is. It's this radical transformation. It's truly understanding the information and understanding that we are who we are. And if we keep trying to be something other than who we are, we're gonna be just like everybody else, and we're gonna be just so like, well, we didn't even appreciate it. That's where even so, see your value for what it is and just be in that image. This is Chamber of the Violet Flame. Yeah, it is time after the storm though. See. Yep. No. The tarot doesn't bring out no ghetto-ness to nobody. I'm so sorry. That is horrible. That's bad. But no. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, all right. What's this Chamber of the Violet Flame? I just want to set new intentions and help you to see that setting new intentions will help things move more fluently on your behalf and others, right? So it's that balance and not being afraid of what your understanding and your connection to something or someone is. Oh, we have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands, okay? The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. And I feel like, yeah, it's just this really understanding what the truths are, understanding what working together and working with people really is, and what really setting new intentions is, and seeing the new beginnings for what they are and the opportunities, okay? I feel like childbirth is significant, right? Childbirth is significant, and that's why we just be crying and sad about the childbirth because, these twins are supposed to be born, and that's why I'm like, whoa, let me just be really careful because I be just kind of confused about why the people, but it's just like no, that is supposed to happen, but it's like, are we at the college level for everybody to understand it? And if everybody is already understanding that, then let's see. Oh, well, okay. And oh my goodness. Oh, see, no, nope. Okay, listen, guys. No, let me stop. I'm just like, okay, wait, how do I just, okay. So, when it comes to how to really, understand what your journey is and how things work, I feel like we've already been, yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah. Let's just never mind, because you have to trust what your soul desires, and everyone has to live out their own story. Don't be in any rush, but release from the ways of thinking and seeing and being. That's just the honest truth. See the radical transformations for what they are, and the twins are supposed to be born, but don't allow for your past to hold you back. It's not trying to be like, I know something or this is what it is. It's more like, are you unleashing the gifts and the full potential of who you are? Because only that should be honestly what's reflected, and if it's not, then it's not time. So to continue to try to rush that or make that feel like that in some type of way when it comes to something, it just makes it a little like, I don't really like that very much. And it doesn't let people be truly seen for who they are because they're constantly always thinking and chasing after something that is living out a journey of their own. So, what's this Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands? Why did I hear that? I heard like death, but no, like it's you gotta let things really play out and see the traumas for what they are and see the conflict of the mind for truly what it is and what it has been and what it was creating to be or manifested to be. And that's why you have to set new intentions and manifest from that begin again, type of energy, because it's only useful when you really are grounded and mature and have that growth mentality, and so you feed that to those that you are surrounded by. So even if you aren't raised in the household or the family, you should still be able to benefit from all of it based off of just having the DNA or representing it. So it's just, yeah. What's the solar like upgrade and crown chakra upgrade with the with the Knight of Swords? In depth. This is just too much. I'm telling you, you got to see the divine connection for what it is and see the solar plexus for truly what it is, child. Like it's not a game, and it's like, but to some and yeah, to some and to most it kind of is. It's like we have been able to really master something. So it is what it is. So, and I try to set new intent. Yeah, I try to set new intentions and like, wait, we're not going to do this again like that. You have to see that makes things be truly what it is. We have to get out of that energy. We just really do. And it's not even like, you know, I don't know. It's not even like nothing. It's like let's see how much better we can be if we're not in that energy. So, see the holy experiences and the miraculous energy for truly what it is. Don't have sleep apnea, however you say it. Like when it comes to your emotions and getting over things. It's this inner fire, it's this willpower, it's this starting anew, leaving out oh, that was in the last one I saw, yeah, but that was in the like this toxic mindset, like there's crisis behind being, have human, have spiritual being, have bishop and have human, have wife, have this. It's like you all just like, whoa. And that's where it's like, oh, that marriage. So we can see how, everybody's not. That's why I said, if I had to choose religion, I would be between Christian and Muslim, because Christians are really, really, they're not sad all the time, but they are stronghold on what it was written before us. And Muslims, they don't really care. And when we really see that Muslims really be like, well, we can live however we want to live, but as long as we are giving all praise to Allah, then it's okay. When it's really not, because we are being selfish, we are being greedy, and we are being really downright just not okay. So that's probably why this is what it is. But at the same time, I don't really care that very much for any of it. And seeing the mindset that people get stuck in when you understand the galactic council for truly what it is. Because when you understand the galactic council for truly what it is, you want to keep, yeah. So come on, like you have to be here with me. I am talking to you nicely. Jeez. But anyways, it's like, so, and then put religion or put something that we really have to stay focused on, like really, it's like, well, so I just, yeah. But let's see, yeah, and that's what the twins need to be born, or they will be born, because there has to be a higher frequency than just accepting that from everyone. And that's just the honest truth. Oh my goodness. Woo! All right, what's this Knight of Swords with death? With Geminis, with not Geminis, but oh, Gemini was first, yeah, but it's that love and beauty, but it's just this equality, this give and take. It needs to really be what it is, but at the same time, it's not going to be forced, and it's not going to be rushed, and it's not going to be made to be something that it's not. It's not a mail order bride type of situation, and that just needs to be accepted for everyone. So, but yeah, I feel like just make sure your emotions is intact and make sure things are what they are. Okay, I know. So you take what resonates and you leave what doesn't, and yeah, see the holy experiences and the miraculous energies for truly what they are. It's overcoming these trials and letting go, and then something to begin something new, setting new intentions. What's this Gaia Gateway activation with Akashic Stargate? Ooh, with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, that's an unfortunate situation when you find out what's really going on and the things that women and men will sacrifice. That's what we've been talking about. Whoa. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that is. It's like, okay, but yeah, it's unfortunate when people be all trying you and stuff like that because it's like, dang, yeah, because it's like you're supposed to have hope. You're supposed to be like who you are. It's like this, degrading and, putting energies into feeling like they are failures or they are not who they are. And this, not being truly graceful energy is just, it just brings a lot of sadness to the whole collective. And I only feel like I speak like that because like I've been always urged to do things, and I get really deep into things. And yeah, so yeah, and that's where we back to that. So I'd be like, we have to get away from the mindsets, okay, but we also have to get away from thinking we know everything about everything. There's truth in everything, right? There's truth in everything. So there's no possible way of knowing everything about everything. And how much truth, especially when you only was brought on 30 years ago, 50 years ago, maybe 70 years ago, if we're lucky. So, what's this Nine of Swords with Seven of Cups? With the Five of Cups, the Sun, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Wands, okay? So, yeah. That's why I'm like, there's no wrong path. You have to see the earth intelligence for truly what it is. Don't be in any energy of fear and anxiety and wait for important information, okay? Truly. It's like, be content with who you are. And, you know, the marriage is what it is. One day we will talk about what happened to my marriage card, but you have to see the marriage for what it is. But it's happiness, it's groundedness. It's peace and hope. It's compromise. It's having faith in your dreams, okay? In this walk in life, not the dreams you are sleeping at night, but in the dreams that you are creating through your heart chakra, through your chakras as the body and makeup of who you are. Someone's very sad they got kicked out of school too. And for what reason, I don't know. So we have to be very careful with just being aware of things and being sad. Like, I get it. Some of us is not ready, but some of us are. And people should be let go of, and things should be really moved beyond a certain point. You shouldn't still have to front like it's not what it is when it really is. It keeps us in a immature energy of the mind and body because nobody's really growing. You have to see that if I haven't talked to you in 5 years and you only really remembering who I used to be, then you will never truly understand until you are able to live and be who you are. That it takes you really knowing who you are to appreciate everything about what life has to offer. And through your maturity, you see that you don't have to waste time to figure out why you are in the energy of having time for something you know you don't truly desire after growing and maturing. So, Sagittarius, we're going to leave it right there. Okay, Sagittarius, you behave. No, let me stop. I ain't even saying nothing because I don't know nothing. And yeah, I feel like don't judge what you don't know. No, don't feel like you know what you don't know because at the end of the day, you have to see that people we have been, you know, really done wrong in a lot of different areas. And if you want to know someone, just continue to figure out all the aspects of who they are and what they deliver, you know, externally and internally. So it takes time and it takes patience. And but just be truthful and start really walking away from things, like in its own way. Like, it's not walking away from things and then like stuff is gonna be brand new and then like whatever, but walking away from things so that you can see like what's next for you as an individual. What am I gonna need to do to get this to work for me, and how it's going to work for me is going to be up to me and what I really put into whatever the situation is. So, but like, remember, you are good enough, though, Sagittarius, okay? You are good enough, and continue to listen to your intuition and trust your instincts. And really trust your instincts because it's really beautiful. So, and that's just kind of how it all went, but yeah. And you just, yeah, understand what is and what isn't for the hope of everything, right? Because at the end of the day, then that just means it's hope for everything and everyone, okay? Hope for everything and everyone. So, all right, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave it here. I am sending you peace, love, and light, and then until next time.